All right.
Hey.
Tuesday. This is Gym Crashers coming at you live on Facebook, on YouTube, and eventtv.global. Check us out. I'm here with my buddy and co-host Adam, according to Woods,
Woo! What's up, party people?
also known as the Fijian Freak Show.
Or the Chilean chimichanga. How about that?
I like that. They don't have chimichangas down there, but whatever works.
There you go. Right on.
And then, of course, our special guest today from MMA
Just
Events
happy to be here.
Incorporated, Alan Soran. Soran over California.
Yeah.
I like it. Soran over Belize most recently.
Oh,
Right?
dude. Yeah. In January, that was cool.
January was just yesterday for me, so, I was jealous. I'm looking at Alan in his shorts on the beach, sailing over to islands.
I got engaged too. I got.
Oh, muzzle tough. I mean,
Did you propose in Belize?
I proposed in the middle of the cage right before the main event, and I gave a big old speech. I started crying in the cage.
Amazing.
I was like, no matter what, I love this sport. I love what I'm doing, but I love you more. And so I got. It
wow.
came off really mumbly. So
You're a special guy, Alan. I like that. That's a unique place to do
really
it.
engaged. Yeah, dude, totally.
Really
She
cool.
was like, it's not romantic at all, and I was like, I don't care. I'm crying.
There you go.
got-
There you go.
Ring.
It popped one person in the crowd.
That's
So fuck
heavy.
yeah. It was over like Rover, buddy.
That's how far off
Mark
I am.
Krisky was in the ring. In
No
the cage,
way.
So
Oh,
that's all I
KTLA,
needed.
holy
Yeah,
shit.
KTLA, yeah.
Really? You
Ah.
traveled to Belize?
Yeah.
No
yeah,
joke. His
dude.
wife's hot.
Good.
Yeah.
I've
I don't
never
know if
met
you've
her.
seen her, the blondie on KTLA.
I mean, I'm sure that's right. But, oh, shit. Oh, we're going to get heat.
Yeah, probably.
Adam is packing heat, in case you haven't heard me say that before.
What in the
Yeah.
fuck? I
He
got to
has
get
a-
out of
He has
OC.
a taller microphone.
He is the
Yeah,
Fijian
I got to get
Frank
out of the
Burger.
OC
Yeah.
after this. So,
Good
no,
luck.
I'm not.
Everyone's going to be trying
There's
to
no
get on
contraband
that.
at all, folks.
Contraband.
No, not at all.
Contraband. Just
I'm the
Yeah,
one
nicest
of
white guy
those.
you know.
That's
Come
right.
on.
That's right.
Can-
The
can I
reason
get-
his mic is longer is because his mic is
They
longer.
wouldn't let him on the plane with that thing.
Oh,
Dude. It was-
man.
That's
Yeah.
why he didn't go to Belize.
Yeah, tuck it into your sock.
Jeez.
There you go.
I consider it carry-on, but it's bulky.
Jeez.
Oh, like the motherfucker from Perfect Strangers?
That's absolutely right. Bulky Bartaki
Pincho.
meal.
I'm packing Bronson Pincho. What
Oh
you got,
my God,
motherfuckers?
dude.
Yo.
Was that the first show you saw when you came here? Why do you remember it so vividly?
Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah.
You got off the plane, he saw Brunson Pinchot.
You're bringing heat like fucking Joey Diaz
Yeah,
and Death
you know.
Stars. Holy
Good-
shit,
good
Dondo.
thing, dude.
Fuck yeah. This
Happy
guy is
Tuesday.
on. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk
Happy
about.
Taco
for the next hour.
Tuesday.
But,
We've already peaked.
let's fucking figure it out, bro.
That's Gym Crashers.
There you go.
See you next week.
Yeah, man. But holy shit, dude. Thank you for coming in.
No way.
Just a little sob story. I mean, he already almost
You could tell
got-
the story.
Yeah. He almost got everyone crying in the water show because of his proposal. But this guy and MMA Events Inc. are literally responsible for the first paid gig that I ever got in this business.
Wow.
Back at the MMA Events Inc. first show there
Yeah.
at the Pasadena
Convention
Convention Center. So, I mean, a debt of gratitude I have for you guys. I'm fucking crying up right now.
I still haven't got paid, so I'm thanking no one.
Dude, come to Belize.
I'm not thanking my
That's
producer.
it.
There you
That's
go.
it. Come to Belize. You'll get paid.
There
That's
you
all
go.
good.
Yeah, man. But it's so for those of you guys that love me, he's responsible. And again, for those who want me to get the fuck out of here, he's also responsible. So
I'll take it.
There's Aaron.
That's a huge compliment.
Right
That's
on.
a huge compliment.
You're a gentleman.
No,
Yeah.
man. The only thing that we ever really wanted to do was just enjoy the sport and then make the sport. We really wanted to be the organization that really catered to the fighters, and then that was about it. And we met you at that event, and I thought you were a professional. I was like, dude, we underpaid this cat. Like,
He's
what do
amazing.
we do? And she told us months later that we were your first paid gig, and I was like, we overpaid this guy.
Yeah,
Son of a
absolutely.
bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what
Fucking
the heck?
I had to fucking keep it kayfabe like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
No, it was great,
Kiss,
man.
Kiss Fizzle, man.
God, we actually I just rewatched that whole night. Man, talk about it was a good fight card. It was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, man.
Wow,
Dude,
I mean, the talent pool in California is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and James Lurson and Ortega were actually like trying to get in, and I was like, wow, this is some heat in the first show. That like, you know, at the time he was like a UFC prospect. I don't even think he had done the UFC 199
no,
yet,
no.
and Yeah, I heard grumblings of this Ryan Ortega guy out of the Tri-Cities, and
You
Shout
can't not
out-
hear
shout
about him
Ryan
out there,
Ortega,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Black belt surfing.
yeah, man. So,
The whole crew, those guys are just cool.
Yeah, man.
Seriously,
they roll
right?
deep, and man, they're a bunch of fucking like cool. Like, I don't want to say like killers because I'm not.
They
gonna,
live it. They just
They're
live in the
badass,
dream.
though.
Yeah, they're
They are
badass.
super
I mean,
badass,
like right up into like Jean-Paul Lobosiani.
That's
and-
right.
Yeah, fuck, man. He's even getting love on there's UFC embedded, so that's really cool because he's really talented.
They're highlight reels, dude. Like,
Yeah,
they're
fuck yeah,
walking
dude.
highlight reels.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
who was also, I mean, Jean-Paul Lobosiani was on the first Celtic Gladiator card.
Yep.
Yeah, man, and came in with the quickness, like.
That was a fact.
Yeah, I mean, like on a day's notice, like stepped in, sold
Whoa.
a shit ton of
Whoa.
tickets,
No
and
shit.
I mean, literally, like as fast as he sold the tickets, he finished his opponent. So, shout out to those guys.
Homies.
Yeah, man.
I mean, these amateur athletes are some of the hardest working people I've ever met in any industry I've ever worked in. Like, they're hustling. They're working 2 jobs. They're training. They're selling tickets. They're promoting themselves. Then they go into a cage. They shake their opponent's hand, and they go to war. And then they do it all over again for nothing. Like, just for
Yeah.
love. Just out of love. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, trying to make a name for yourself in a saturated industry, whatever it may be, and they're swinging for the fences.
Yeah. I
No
love
joke.
It. I
Yeah.
love it.
Damn right. And I mean, at that first MMA Events Inc. show, man, there was a. Was it the Daniel Arpajon fight? But there
Yeah,
was like
it was his first amateur fight.
big boys
Oh,
and
yeah.
just throwing leather like you wouldn't believe. Like they're with like each haymaker, it was almost like their their lives depended on it, and in many ways it did. But holy smoke, man! And to see that guy now, I mean, he was also responsible for me getting into Black House the first time.
Right, yeah.
And getting in with Troop and
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking people at Black House. So
And
that
you made a
was
lifestyle
really
out of
cool.
it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Now
man.
you're like
now
a
you're the superstar. Now
It's
I'm
like a
guest on
piece of
your
the furniture
show.
there.
Yeah, dude.
When I go to Black House, Adam's there. I thought it
Yeah.
was his house. That's why they called it
All
that.
black everything,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah, apparently.
that's it.
Obama's in the White House and Adam's over in Gardena. At the other house.
Oh my gosh.
What was it? I was going to say on the porch.
That's right.
Not the field, because
Well,
that's different.
I'll let you say that. I'll get in trouble. It's all Adam Woods there.
Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely. So, dude, how did you get involved with MMA Events Inc.? Obviously, you are a co-founder and a lover of the sport, but how did the organization start?
It started just because we felt like something needed to change, honestly. There was a lot of organizations growing up. You know, a lot of my friends grew up in the sport in the early 2000s, and that's when I got really into it. And pro-am organizations, like I'm not going to name anyone, they were saying, I'll pay you this to fight, and they never paid, or, you know, no medical was on site. And we just looked at each other. My buddy, who's been in martial arts for, I don't know, 30 years, Dustin's like a 5th degree black belt, and stuff like that. And he just said, dude, we got to... Look, we love this. We know what needs to get done. And I said, let's just do it. Let's just do it ourselves. So we started off doing grappling tournaments. We did all ages, all skill level too. So beginners to experts. And we had a TV screen that kept score, and we wanted to make it more interactive with the fans. And we said, all right, cool. Like it's successful. We have a fan base now. Let's just try to go MMA. And we wanted to do everything by the book. So we literally started calling camo and saying, how do we do this correctly? Like, what do we truly need to do? How many officials is the right amount? How many medicals should we have? So we had extras at the Pasadena event.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to see what really we could do, like, to make everyone comfortable and to show that you can do a pro level event for these guys that are working their asses off. That's really, so we just looked at each other. We said, can we do it? Let's try to do it. And it really was just like a hobby, honestly, truthfully, like a passion project. Some people go surfing, like I said, in Belize. Some people, you know, play golf. Some people go to law school. We just wanted to get involved and make sure everyone was enjoying themselves, and that's really it. That's our number one goal, is to make the fighters feel comfortable, make the fans feel comfortable, and just make a superior type production, I guess. That's it. I don't know what else to say about it, man. I just love it. Like, from the moment you just go to the venue and you look and what works, how many people can you seat comfortably? How many people can't you? Like, what's the fire code? What works in here? What should the lighting be? Where should the sound be? Like, all that's just super fascinating to me and to us. And then Dustin's more like the, you know, like, how do we really execute it? How do we make this happen? Like, let's make this flow. Let's get with camo. How far out should we plan ahead? How do we not compete with other organizations because we don't want to step on anyone's toes? Like we went to Pasadena because no one had been to Pasadena before.
Right.
That's
Smart.
true. That's the truth. Like
So
we just,
smart.
like, we don't want to piss anybody off.
Nobody's
we just
been
want
to
everyone
Belize.
to have a good time. I know.
Right.
And then we went to Belize because of Ron, our other partner. So Ron came on about 2 years in. He brought us a lot of sponsors, a lot of expertise, and he was like, we should go to Belize. No one is doing it.
Yeah.
So we went down to Belize. I'll tell that story because it's fascinating to me. I still can't believe it. It's real. I was in the country for 20 hours, my very first time ever. We flew down. We went straight to an event, a local event.
Mm-hmm.
They literally had their athletes fighting from 4 different countries, fighting in basically a makeshift cage that was chicken wire. And I'm going to tell the truth about it.
Cheese grater.
Yeah, seriously. And then the worst floor, like one of those blue mats, like just like that you cover a car with,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top of wood. And it really opened my eyes because the fans were so into it. The fighters were working really hard,
Yeah.
but the officials were basically from this one gym. They were coaching their own fighters during the event.
Little
People
dirty.
started getting really upset, and I was like, dude, this culture, like, they love it.
Yeah.
They know what this is. They like it. They want this to be legit. The organization was not very good, and ran a pretty shady organization. Didn't pay the fighters that they were supposed to because they get a little bit of commission off their ticket sales. Like,
Yep, that happens.
he pocketed everything, and we said, let's do this. Like, let's fix this. Let's bring this over here. And so we went all out. Like, we had meetings on Good Morning TV out there. We did radio interviews. We did
love
open workouts. We did open weigh-ins. They have a brand new building called the Belize City Civic Center.
Uh-huh.
Holds 3,000 people. It's a brand new building. It's about $3.5 million, which is, the biggest. It's the newest thing. We booked it. We just said, let's do it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We're going to show everyone how to do it properly. And now there's actually the local organization that we love and that we help build. Like, they're creating a fighter league, a Belize Fight League, and they're doing their own events, their own organizations, so we can come down whenever we want. Now fighters from Guatemala, Mexico, Belize, all in the United States are all working together. We got contacts from Brazil and all this fun stuff. And it's just sky's the limit, honestly. Like, it's just no one's doing it. Why not? And it's just nothing but joy. You go to Belize, man, you'll fall in love. You're home the minute you land.
I'm not going to come home.
No, you won't.
Watch me. Watch me. I'll be down there waiting for the next event.
Yeah.
So I can work.
Dondo's got the connects like a
Well,
motherfucker.
I
so,
do what I got to do. That's
if
for
he says
sure.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do it. So
Yeah.
watch out, Belize. Dondo's coming for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I might leave a couple Dondos behind.
There you go.
Just
Yeah.
never know.
What is it, like a Hong Kong and Belize?
Oh, I'm sure. I am certain of it.
Jesus.
I'm certain you could find something going on, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to find anything because, again, I still have to make it out of OC. So I'm not going to say any shit
don't-
about anybody here on this very show. So how about that?
How about that?
You guys are more than welcome anytime.
Oh,
We're
I'm-
actually going down in April to go watch an event.
Nice.
And then we'll see. We'll go from there. Like, we just want to do it when it's fun. We just want to keep loving it. We don't want the promoter blues, which is a new term I've heard. Like, I guess,
Is it?
I guess people get burned out and they just view it as a business. And I'm like, I just want to stay a fan. I don't want to like.
Well, that leaves opportunity for the rest of us.
Yeah,
right? So
I guess.
things have to continue to grow. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's all good. I like your perspective in that you just want to do it right. I mean, that's inspiring.
We're trying. We're trying. Don't want to cut corners.
Yeah. No, you're never going to get anywhere doing that.
But
So.
Right.
why do we want to do it right? And I want to say this correctly, is because the talent pool right now for amateur MMA is incredible.
Absolutely.
It's the skill set is like no other. Like, it's better than minor league baseball. You can fight me on it. Better than preseason football. Like, these guys are so skilled. Like, they're one fight away from going pro every single time
Absolutely.
they get in the cage.
Absolutely.
That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
they're so good. Like,
It's
Spar
exciting
Star.
to see.
Shout out to Spar Star. Like, I had such a good time at your
The
event.
homies.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I paid for a ticket. I will always support you guys. But, dude, the hand speed, the footwork, 4
Yeah,
championships.
man.
That crowd
Yeah.
was rowdy. Like,
Yeah.
what?
The ring girls. The belts,
Yeah.
the tacos.
Shout out to Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see anything of that sort. Hi, honey.
He was busy doing interviews.
Yeah,
I take care of
okay.
that.
Absolutely. 100%.
Mm-hmm. You're
But,
too busy doing interviews.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Dude, not even Ron saw me. And I can back this up because my wife saw that. So, yeah, there you go. Corroborating witness.
Yeah.
There you
Ron
go.
was chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Gosh.
Yeah. So, but no, dude. Like, and in terms of what you saw, I mean, obviously, you had some MMA events affiliated participants, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, there's certain fighters that reached.
We have a
Can they hear
disco
this?
going on in here. No,
Yeah, I think-
going to hear that. But Robert has this anime porn music. Hentai, our producer. That's what he watches when no one's around.
It's on the screen. Look at it. I'm just kidding.
Whatever he does.
So it's not like we've been very fortunate that we've been able to find fighters certain sponsorships, and so it's not like we affiliate, like we love the fighters, but certain fighters reached out to us and said, hey, we want to fight for you again. Hey, we like the way you ran stuff. And we said, okay, cool. Like now we're making connections. What can we do to further your career? So we hooked him up with some sponsors. But yeah, Johnny Ferris had a tremendous fight.
Right.
Gosh, was
been back
Jeff
a
Jeffrey?
little bit.
Was that Meller? Is that who he fought? What a talented guy!
yeah.
Oh my
Right,
gosh!
Mueller.
Yeah.
Meller.
Yeah.
Meller.
Yeah,
Let's
I
call him
know.
Meller. Let's call him
Meller.
Meller.
Shout out to
Woo!
Jeff, whose
Gentlemen.
interview that Dondo conducted
Jeff
right
the
here
gentleman.
on the Free Admission
Oh, right
YouTube
on.
page.
Yeah.
So you
It's out.
want to check that out and
That
subscribe
fight was
to Free
good.
Admission.
Johnny Ferris. Shout out to Johnny Utah, dude.
Johnny
Yeah,
Utah.
And
He's
then
a homie.
Gilbert Nakatani, man.
Gilbert Nakachani's a
jeez.
gentleman as well. You know,
Jeez.
just such
Yeah,
a good
man.
dude.
What a fight! Overhead right
yeah.
to a guillotine, just looking sharp. Like, dude, like he's so good.
Yeah.
and so humble.
Coming
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
Coming up.
Yeah, for sure. And here's the crazy thing about it. So, not only is he a holder of a Spar Star title, an MMA Events Inc. title, a
Camo title.
but two camo titles. And again, for you guys that are unfamiliar, Camo is the California Amateur Mixed Martial Arts Organization. They are essentially the Golden Gloves for amateur MMA.
They're the
here.
governing body.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
seriously.
You're working in conjunction with the California State Athletic Commission. So a lot of gyms, a lot of fighters, they chase camo gold, right? Since the I guess, institution that was architected by Dave Denkin and the rest of them. JC
Shout out to
Steele,
David Denkin.
right?
Shout out,
Right.
Mr. Dankin.
Yeah, man.
And Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie
It's
Denkin.
incredible,
Yeah,
right?
seriously.
So, I mean, this is ever since there's been camo, that title, that state title, is like the bee's knees. That is, what is it? The land of gold.
Right.
The milk and honey, right? So most gyms, most fighters basically chase camo gold, right? Gilbert not only has one title, two titles.
Yeah.
Two state titles.
Two state titles and two promotions.
Yeah.
Legit promotions with
Absolutely.
title holding.
So I mean, I was fortunate enough at Rock LA to run into Gilbert Nakatani and a guest of this very show, Blake Bulletproof
Mr.
True.
Bulletproof.
right?
Shout
Yeah,
out.
Our
absolutely.
homeboy, Blake.
Yeah, man.
Always bulletproof truth.
Yeah, man.
He's not car crash proof, but he is bulletproof.
He said he could
Hey,
dodge a
yeah.
train, but not a car.
Apparently, according to this guy, because I do according things, right? He's damn near crash proof too.
He's
because, I mean,
indestructible.
my head hit
Yeah.
the damn windshield and fuck. Yeah, but anyway.
I'm not getting in a car with either of them.
Yeah.
How's he feeling? Is he good? Is Rock LA taking care of him?
I believe so. He was there yesterday,
How exciting.
along with the
He's
double
everywhere.
champion.
How
Where?
exciting. I know he is.
Blake Troop is at Black House. He's at Spar Star. He's at CXF. If there's
Fucking
an
pro wrestling
event,
events
he's
with this
there.
guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
He's getting it together. He's pro wrestling himself. I saw him doing moves.
Blake is?
Yes.
What?
I saw him.
Oh, I'd see that.
Doing
I'd
some
watch
stuff.
that.
yeah.
Good
I mean,
for
they might be-
him.
Maybe I put the cat out of the bag, but he was doing some cool work.
Yeah, so check out his Instagram page at Bulletproof Troop. There's some
Bulletproof
cool
Troop.
shit coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
My guy told me.
He's one of those
Might be
dudes.
the
He's
guy.
one of those versatile dudes. So yeah. But tell me, how many fighters from the U.S. did you bring to Belize, and how did that happen?
So we brought two ring girls, Hannah and Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm.
They were tremendous help. They did great promo. They were friendly, man. I mean, they were dressed up. They're taking photos. They're doing selfies.
I
We
love
brought Jordan the Messiah.
Yeah, man.
And he's another guy. Like he said, hey, I'll fight for you guys anytime. We like what you're doing. We looked into
Cool.
Jordan. He's part of the love movement.
Yeah.
Jordan trains 6 days a week, and on Sundays he goes and feeds the homeless in L.A.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like out of the kindness of his heart.
That's
Yeah.
a good dude.
Like, and so we were like, all right, hey man, you know, like if you want to rep with us, cool, we'll take you down to Belize. And so we took him, Gilbert Nakatani, and Johnny Ferris. So we invited a few people who didn't have passports, and everyone's invited.
Yeah.
The whole world is invited. Like, just come on down.
I would've went.
We flew camo down.
I'm coming.
just to make a statement, and that's not cheap. Just so everyone
Yeah.
knows, like,
No,
and
not
it's
at
not
all.
like it's about doing things right, and it's about trying to set the standard. And so we flew camo down. We brought a whole team down, and man. I got a party in Belize with the camo people.
That's pretty cool.
And it wasn't too rowdy, but they're fans. They love this.
They
dude.
better.
They love the
That's
fight
what they
game.
do, right?
They love the industry, man.
Just don't put me on a 737 MAX 8.
That's
No.
it.
Any other plane and I'm good. Just saying.
I thought you said this wasn't a political show, Don.
Just keeping it current.
Planes aren't political, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we're not
exactly.
talking about the air blimps. Like,
So true.
As long as it's not that damn Led Zeppelin, we're cool.
yeah.
Right?
And that thing too.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the Hindenburg,
Or
sir.
whatever the, or whatever
It's called the Hindenburg.
or whatever the
Led
or-
Zeppelin was the
Hey,
band.
it's on the damn.
It was a
cover track.
Led Zeppelin, yes, but it was
Yeah.
called the Hindenburg.
Yeah. Or you know what? Or whatever the fuck John
It's
Denver
okay.
was flying.
It's
How about
okay.
Oh, too soon, dude.
Oh.
Too soon.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
because 20 years ain't enough. Apparently.
Country
Sunshine.
road, take me home.
He was leaving on the jet plane.
Oh, God.
And
He
he didn't
was
know
on-
when he was coming back again.
No, he was
Is
on
that
a-
what you're saying, Joey?
I think he was in a Piper
What the hell?
a Piper 2-engine plane. It wasn't even a jet.
Jeez.
It was like an experimental.
No, it was his own
John
thing.
Denver's
He knew
on
what he
an
was
MMA
doing.
podcast, so he's made
Yeah,
it.
dude.
He's
because
made it. He's now
we're,
infamous. Yeah.
we're keeping it topical here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Shit
what we
that's
do.
going on right now.
That's
as
how we handle it.
somewhere in I don't know, the fucking Bermuda Triangle. How
Yeah.
about that? Speaking of Bermuda Triangles, how the fuck was Sparstar?
Sparstar was the Bermuda Triangle of all of LA. It was excellent. I loved being there. I was sucked into it and never got out of it till it was done.
Seriously.
And it was, gosh, so many friends, so much family. The people that are involved, even my laughing friend here who just can't get over himself.
Yeah. I like that you laugh under your breath for some reason.
Mauro Gutierrez, Gilbert Nakatani.
The brilliance of Don, though, because I think that fucking Bermuda Triangle out there.
And he fucking
that like,
put it
what the
down.
fuck happened? He took it, ate it, and was like, motherfucker, what? You're a gangster.
I call the Bermuda Triangle something else that I get sucked into. It looks
Yeah.
like a triangle, so I just run with it.
Nice. Nice.
I run with it
Nice.
because I could be walking down the street, and you know, and it just I'm lost. I'm that guy. It don't take much. So it's not a new term for me.
Oh, man.
We all have our terms. You eat pupusa and I eat other stuff. Adam Woods likes pupusa.
Nothing's coming with fire,
Yeah.
folks.
Well, you know,
Seriously.
I keep it G-rated.
Oh, God.
What do you like in your pupusa?
Yeah, dude, how do you take it? You know what I mean?
Deep fried, of course.
Apparently.
But deep fried with cheese inside. What do you
No
want?
sauce.
Cotija?
Just straight up.
Just the fucking chopped cabbage.
Just like
and shit.
mid-rare and just in your mouth.
Actually, this is like the most gentrified or whatever. They're like, oh, pupusas and shit, like shrimp and
that like a
tacos and whatever the
quesadilla?
fuck. And I got fucking sliders. What in the fuck is that?
And he sent me a
I'm-
picture.
I'm horrible.
I'm on a
Fucking
diet, son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
dude. Why
Yeah,
you send
that,
it?
oh, sorry, Don.
Hey
That's
guys,
all right.
I
I'll
ate.
live.
That's why you're all on time and I'm late. That's a nice way to put it. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry.
15 minutes before we
Yeah,
go.
dude.
Hey, get there early.
Calling me Frankie Williams because I'm jobbing the fuck out. Apparently, crack a
Did
coconut
you
on
get
my
any
head.
food?
I'm out.
Did he bring you any
Yeah,
food?
I'm-
I didn't get any food either. That's weird. You know? Yeah.
I got water.
Nah, I gotta bring doggy bags. Sorry,
I don't want your doggy bag.
but fuck, man,
Yeah.
donkey bags.
I don't want.
What is it?
I said doggy. I've got a bit of accent. Whoa, holy shit! Are you being?
I don't want to eat it. Adam's leftover pupusa. That's for sure.
What about my donkey bag?
I don't know. Don't knock it till you try it.
Well, you know, he tucks it into his sock, so he's gonna tear it up,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
right?
Just saying.
Oh shit!
It's a Texas twister in here.
That's it.
Anyway,
Gosh.
fuck, man. Dude, there's a lot of shit.
There's
that
so
is
much to
going,
cover.
Yeah.
Can
going
I
down.
ask an honest question? And I
Yes.
hope this isn't
Hit it.
silly.
Hit it.
Where has Stipe been? Where has maybe the
He put out
greatest-
fires.
Yeah, but where? But really,
in the Bermuda
really.
Triangle, apparently?
Yeah.
Because,
No, that's
I'm
true.
so
He's
curious.
been quiet.
I'm so curious.
He's quiet, right?
He's so talented. He's so humble. Where is he?
Yeah, no,
Where's
I
his
haven't
next
heard
opponent?
anything.
Where's his next payday? What's he doing? Is he training? Is he happy? Is he all right?
Tell us about that, producer Robert. Why don't you Google
Seriously.
that while we talk a little? Stipe.
Well, I mean,
He's one of the few people I'm really.
He's
dark.
definitely the odd man
Yeah,
out, right?
He's so gone.
Because obviously the way that the heavyweight scene is, right? You've got Kane, arguably one of the greatest ever, right?
Arguably.
Injured, right?
Perpetually injured.
Right, perpetually
poor guy.
injured.
He should go to Rock LA.
Which, by the way, did you guys hear down the pipeline? There was actually a bit of Cain Velasquez news. Did you guys hear?
No.
Did you guys hear?
He got
Did you
injured.
guys hear? Cain Velasquez, the former UFC heavyweight champion, signed with AAA or AAA, the Mexican Lucha Libre company.
Triple A, huh?
That shit
Are we
is happening.
talking about the squared circle?
Yes.
He
absolutely.
has signed with them?
Yeah, he signed with them. Now, here's what's kind of incredulous, right? So the site that he lost the UFC heavyweight title was in Mexico City,
Yeah.
That's
right?
heavy.
And he got.
I'm surprised they let him out.
Yes.
They stone people when you
But
lose
they-
a soccer game.
right.
You lose a fight.
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
And here's the thing.
They should have
Who's
put him
gonna
on
throw
a.
a stone at him?
So-
No, but
Jeez.
put him on a 737 Max 8. You just never know.
There you go. But here's the crazy thing about it. So the person who he lost to, obviously,
The
was
Persian or person?
person.
Oh, I thought you said Persian. I'm like, who's the Persian?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Again, I still have to make it out of here.
Persian papusa. Persian papusa. Keep going. Don't worry.
I'm gonna die.
You're doing
die.
great.
This may be the last time you guys see me.
Could
so,
be. All of us.
Shit me. Fuck.
No, dude.
Yeah.
We might be in the Bermuda Triangle.
But anyway, so Fabricio Verdum, who's the obviously Brazilian champion who knocked out Fedor.
Right. He's a favorite, right?
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. But here's the thing. So Verdum, in that fight, trained at an altitude higher than Mexico City, right?
Machu Picchu? Where do you got to go?
Is it really?
What is higher than Mexico City? Mexico City.
Joey Diaz, whatever the fuck he's on, especially on the Death
Mexico
Star.
City is so high that its smog doesn't ever leave because they just go out in the atmosphere. Like, it's up there. Like, where do you go? The Alps?
Maybe?
Himalayas?
Himalayas.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, so he went to the Himalayas.
Okay.
And when he was shooting promos and shit like that, he was speaking in Spanish. More Spanish than the Mexican champion of Cain Velasquez.
You
right?
gotta be kidding me.
So here's the thing.
Mind games.
How is Cain Velasquez going to do? Hopefully he got Rosetta Stone, Rosetta Parks, Rosetta whatever Florets or whatever the fuck, because he's fighting for a Lucha Libre company.
That's cool.
A Lucha Libre company, right? You
It's
can't
scripted.
like bullshit your fucking way through a
Is it
Spanish
scripted
promo.
or no? I don't know. You tell me.
According to Carlistico, the former Sin Cara,
Yes.
it's fucking shoot fighting,
Oh.
right?
Then he might be fine. He might be fine.
Maybe he's the deaf mute guy that swings for the fences. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Why assume
yeah,
something?
Why are you discounting him already? Like, what's up, dude?
You learned English.
I went from asking about Stipe.
Yeah. So
I bet there were kids that didn't think you'd learn English.
Yeah, apparently Lucha Libre is
Yeah.
free fighting, so there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Stipe is kind of the odd man out. We've got DC as the heavyweight champion,
Yes, we
knocking
do.
out Stipe, right?
When was that fight?
I just love that.
Almost
fight,
like a year
though.
ago.
Yeah, we're looking at a year
Gosh,
already.
that belt hasn't been hasn't been defended in a year.
No.
Crazy.
And here's the crazy
Crazy.
thing about it, right? So Stipe was arguably the most decorated champion with the most title defenses, and again with heavyweights. That
Yeah.
I mean,
Sluggers.
yeah, absolutely. And the level of competition in which he beat, it's kind of weird to seeing that he's found himself the odd man out of the title picture. Like, hey, DC is like, I just want to fight Brock,
He's
and I want
out of the picture.
He's out of the picture completely.
How's
I
it possible?
I thought you guys would know. Like, I
No,
don't know.
you know,
we gotta
yeah.
find out. I'm going to
Yeah,
his
no,
house.
it's a weird.
I'm gonna go to his neighborhood, start a small controlled fire, and hope he shows up. You know what I mean?
Yes, because that's, you know what, we'll get Miz to do it. Fuck that. Because I'm not big in Ohio, and
Yeah,
apparently,
okay.
yeah. So we got to find like a contingent, like a Jim Crusher's contingent
Yeah.
that will do our
Let's
bidding
go.
to start a fire in Ohio. So Stipe Miocic.
Stipe, how are you? You got time
Yeah.
for an interview?
This is all according to Woods, by the way.
You know what? That's an angle.
I
So,
can't be held accountable
if that
for
shit
any
happens,
fire
I'm
started
just
by
saying.
according
Is
to
it real?
Woods.
Is it fake? Like, that's the best part, you know, when it blurs. Let's go
Yes,
find
it is.
Stipe.
There you go. Where's Stipe? This
Yeah.
shit is gonna be like fucking Leslie Nielsen trying to find the Undertaker in '92. What in the fuck is this?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
Stipe, if you're out there, hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instagram, Facebook.
Well, seriously, man.
Gym
Let's
Crashers
speak to
want to know.
Stipe and like Stipe,
So
we
much
love you.
talent.
Yeah,
Jeez
man.
Louise.
More Croatian than even Pat Milicic because shit, Stipe, you can't get any more Croatian than that, man.
That's
Fuck, man.
It's an original one.
Yeah, absolutely. So, God, it sucks to be Stipe.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, and it's even, this is another topic. So, obviously, UFC signed with ESPN, right?
That's a big topic.
Right.
ESPN Plus.
Right?
Yeah.
So, now...
You ain't got it, you can't see it.
It's like John
It's
Cena's
interesting.
fucking 5 moves of doom right there. But with that being said, so I actually have kind of a point and counterpoint. So obviously, if you guys don't already know, the new way to find your UFC and purchase your UFC pay-per-views are via the ESPN Plus app, right?
Yeah.
So you have to pay for the $4.99 for the monthly subscription, plus on the big fights that aren't on ESPN traditionally or ESPN Plus, you essentially have to pay the full $59.99 price.
I need a whole new job to pay for my MMA.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Yeah. So, and then obviously it was a 5-year deal with ESPN. Now it's a 7-year deal. What's crazy about it is usually Dana White is very boisterous in terms of money and numbers. That was kind of the thing that he used to do, is like call out the numbers after the fights, after the post-fight press conference and what have you, and do a little media scrum. We didn't get any numbers, but obviously we knew what 5 years meant. It's got to be pretty damn lucrative for it to be a full 7 years. So here's the crazy thing about it. How much of that is actually going to the fighters? Because obviously, before if you're a big name, you got a piece of the pay-per-view pie. Now that's eradicated. What do you do? And then
This is a non-political show, so I'm scared to say.
okay.
Okay, so let's break it down though. So they make money on the streaming service.
Yes.
They'll make now more money with different kinds of sponsors that are ESPN sponsors, and then they're going to make money off the gate. They're going to make money off their own sponsors. I would imagine they're hiding that number for a very good reason. I think. Jeez, man. So what was the 5-year deal? What was it again? It was
5.8. That's the ballpark figure.
So 7 years. God, dude, I would imagine it's double. If you're doing the exclusivity for the pay-per-views,
Yeah, absolutely.
then I would, and they have more creative control over the pay-per-views, and they can do advertising. I would imagine it's close to double that amount, and that's why they're not telling anyone.
That's
And
right.
If I was a fighter, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean,
And people still stay hungry to get to that level to fight for
Yeah.
them. And, I just don't understand how an organization doesn't take better care of their constituents.
no,
It's
Brent-
hard.
It's a tough one, right?
right.
It's hard to think about, honestly.
I try not to,
Yeah.
but since you brought it up, I'm like, dude, somebody feed these guys. They live in garages.
They
Right,
do.
absolutely. And I mean, almost all of the WWE, when they found out, like, oh, The Rock was moving to Hollywood, Austin's retiring, right? Your biggest stars are gone. So I don't want the people, my paying public, to go, oh, this guy's not on the card, I'm not paying for it. We want to turn it into the brand. So it doesn't matter who's at, you're coming to see the brand. Almost
Yeah.
like Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey,
Well,
right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the right thinking.
Right. So that's
Like Disney, huh? Like Disney
right.
did.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. That's where UFC, I feel, are going, because obviously they are in the same position that the WWE was in the early 90s, where all of the top stars for the decade previous are gone.
Yeah.
Right. So Connor's gone, Ronda's gone, Brock is kind of in question, right?
He's always in question.
Right. And 2 of the 3 names that I just mentioned
Yeah.
have strong ties to the WWE. Actually, 2 in featured spots
Because they pay better.
at WrestleMania in
They're
April.
going
right?
parallel now. I
Right?
didn't even think
Absolutely.
of that. Wow.
So, and then obviously Kane just signed with AAA, right?
Is this
So
a money thing, or am I just imagining things?
I think it's a power play. Yeah, to be honest with you,
You get hella money over
no
there.
star can leverage, because there's no way you're going to leverage the brand of UFC. There's definitely no way you're going to leverage ESPN. So that's interesting. That's really kind of scary.
Right.
Like it's like you could pay a fighter because you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to expose you to millions of viewers and millions of this and get you all the screen time, but
it's exponential.
There's no way I owe you anything else.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Interesting.
And what does that do? Because now UFC has 2 new streaming vehicles in the UFC Fight Pass, which is kind of tepid at best.
It's always to combat those other things that are out there.
Like the Zone.
Right?
Right, absolutely. Fight TV is another one.
Just when it got easy to watch fights,
It
suddenly got harder.
Right, absolutely. And a little bit more cost. Not even effective, but like on the other side,
It's costly.
Yeah, it's super costly to be a fan to see the fights that you want to see, and you try, obviously, because there's fighters involved. There's people that are literally fighting for their lives and livelihood. Right?
It's what they do. It's all they do.
You don't want to pirate the stuff, but I mean, to be an ardent sport of just the top 3 promotions, actually just the top 2 in Bellator and UFC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 ways to watch UFC in Fight Pass and now ESPN Plus, and then you've got Bellator on the Zone, and that isn't all of the Bellator stuff.
I love
right?
it. I love Bellator.
Right. So what are you gonna do? What
I
are you
don't
gonna
know.
do? I mean, you're paying at least what $50 a month, and that's not even including your Wi-Fi to get such things. And your TV, cable bill, just to watch like maybe a couple fights that you want to see a year,
Wow.
unless you're a hardcore.
Yeah.
And none of it actually going into the fighters, because if you remember with the Reebok deal, Reebok is now structuring the fight bonuses. Before it was Dana White just going like, "Yo,
Yeah,
that was
I
a
like
crazy
you. You're
knockout.
cool. I like
Here's
you."
100
Yeah.
Gs."
That was
cool.
That was legit.
Right?
That
was
kept him
awesome.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it's a percentage of how many fights that you fought under the banner under the then Zuffa banner, now WME, what have you, whatever conglomerate that owns the UFC, right? And when you look at a guy like, let's say, Josh Barnett, who fought in Strikeforce, which is under the banner, who fought in Pride,
Right.
which is under the banner,
They own
and
him.
a former UFC champion, right?
It's huge.
And he's only making $25,000 as a bonus if he wins.
And he's exciting to watch.
Wins, yeah.
Yeah, so
And he's a name. Like
Yes.
they should be building his brand.
yeah, absolutely. So the fact that it's not happening, it's kind of egregious for sure. But the cool thing about it is you've got a Combate Americas, you've got a Bellator, you've got one championship. Brave in Bahrain.
There's high level competitors out there.
Absolutely. So
Seriously.
maybe if you're a fighter, maybe the destination isn't the UFC. Of course.
Anymore.
Right, absolutely. Of course, you're going to, if you want to fight at home and be a household name and potentially get in the cover of ESPN magazine or what have you, yeah, UFC is where you want to go. But if you want to make that money, you're going to go overseas. I mean, shout out to a gentleman that we saw out of Saxons,
Yep.
Muay Thai, down in the valley. But Georgie Garcia, former CXF
I love
champion,
Georgie.
is actually en route. Him and Julio Trana today just left for Kazakhstan. Yeah, the place where Borat's from.
Okay.
For ACB.
I love their bathing suits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got to get me one of those.
What?
The banana split that Borat wears.
Oh, I was gonna say the running of the. Never mind.
Oh,
Never
that
mind.
too. That was a
This is
good one.
Yeah. Or
It's all Adam Woods. Leave me out of it.
Or what? I'm like Senator Alan Keyes, a genuine. Never mind. Anyway.
Don't sleep at his apartment.
There you go.
What do you think people are watching on Fight Pass? Do you think they're spending more time watching old? I think that most people on Fight Pass are watching the reruns or the prime or the golden days. That's what I think they're watching.
I'm still fascinated with all that. So, yeah, I even watch that
I mean, that's what I'm more interested in.
I love Pride.
I like rewatching the old fights. I like seeing fights. Oh, man, this fight happened in 2001, but I never saw it. Let's watch that.
Yeah.
And these guys are not seeing any residuals. And
Yeah.
they're going in and adding new advertisements, new tickers at the bottom, new
Yeah,
banners, new
absolutely.
ways to bring revenue for these old content. Man,
It's
And
happening
none
all
of it
over.
actually going to the fighters.
it's not going to end.
And
It's never going to end.
No. And the crazy thing about it is, there is an antitrust lawsuit that is being filed against the UFC. This goes pre the WME, merger or deal, right? This
I didn't
goes
know
back
this.
to Zuffa, right?
You're in the know.
But in the instance of everything being pro wrestling, right? This is the exact same lawsuit, an FBI investigation that happened to the National Wrestling Alliance in the 1950s because they were blackballing wrestlers
Whoa.
that fell out of favor of the
Can't I
promoters.
get a better
There's my
view?
bathing suit.
Let's just get a better view of that.
Just in case you're wondering, that's Alan Soran in Belize.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
right after I got engaged.
That's right. He
it's-
put
you
on
know,
the
There you
wig.
go.
I had been working out. I look great.
Yep.
There you
So-
go. Yes, you do.
He didn't have the
Yes, you
beard,
do.
but he had this Freddie Mercury stash. Yeah.
Yeah, why did
She
you,
said yes.
Yeah,
because
why
of
did
that.
You grow this if the stash was so cool? And we're the fucking aviators, man. Dude, I need some
The aviators
activated
in the
my
car.
hair
They're in the car.
to do that.
Those are my vacation glasses. I'm working right now. I'm
Okay.
taking this very serious.
Can we put up an R
Hi.
put up an R. Kelly picture so Adam could be R. Kelly?
My pee is not
Whoa!
white, yellow. No, not yellow. So it couldn't have been me. We don't all look alike.
No, you do not.
There
Yeah,
would have been
we're-
more on the camera than just peeing if Adam was peeing on people, you know?
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Wait, can we get a side-by-side comparison to me and R. Kelly?
Yeah, seriously,
So the
that
people
one.
at home
In the
know that
suit.
it's not the
Oh,
same.
for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
that's it.
Is
you're,
that
you're
Adam?
gonna love this.
It's
That's
Adam
weird.
Woods.
You're gonna
Yeah.
love this, folks.
That's
You're gonna-
crazy. It's uncanny how close you guys look.
Uncanny?
Whoa.
And uncanny or uncarny? Because kiss fizz, kid. Kiss fizz.
Kiss face.
We actually have R. Kelly names. I'm R. Smelly and Robert's R. Belly.
God. That is coming with
He didn't
fire
even
tonight.
flinch.
Holy
Those-
He didn't even
those are our
flinch.
nicknames when
Adam!
we're out.
Adam, why are you so upset?
Adam's crying again.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Those
That's,
are tears.
that was
not
inseparable.
urine.
Where's your
folks.
tie?
when you make that pinchy face, you guys are the same.
Gosh.
See?
No
Pinch your
idea.
face.
Pinchy face.
Yeah, to the face. To the face.
That's
Yes,
Robert's
that's
Spanish
me.
coming out.
After not wearing green on fucking St. Patty's Day. You fucks. Why do you want to
Goodness.
pinch me? Come
That
on, dude.
is, dude.
That black jacket makes you look very thin, or blue jacket.
I know,
Look
it
at
looks
you.
It
good
makes
on
me
you.
look what?
I'm looking at you
Grow
on
the sides
camera.
in,
I'm
too.
like, this
Grow
guy's
the
looking
sides
so
back.
thin.
Yeah, come on. You can do it.
You should
See
do the
something
R.
like
Kelly
that.
look,
You
though.
can- Look at
If
that.
I can do no, fuck that. No, I'm not doing that Space Jam.
That is your
you got to pay
Halloween
me
costume.
$30 million and apparently bring. Never mind. Never mind.
You don't want to do that. It's
not-
against the
let's not
law.
go there. Let's not go there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to live in
man.
a 10 by 10 cell if he's lucky.
Gosh.
Oh fuck! They got OJ. So
Barely. He got out. He's playing golf again. Right? He's in Florida where nobody can touch you. You can play golf all day in Florida and, don't matter.
I don't know unless you're. I guess OJ kind of, crossed
No,
over the
OJ's
lexicon.
in Vegas.
Oh, he's in Vegas?
OJ's in Summerlin, Nevada, living the life.
Well, then
Ooh,
I had no
he's-
idea. He went from
He's,
Florida
he
to
can
there.
drink. He takes a breathalyzer every now and then. I should know that.
But
I
he
don't
did-
live that far from him.
He did
so-
the break-in in Vegas, so I thought they would have banned him.
No, that's where he lives. He lives in Vegas. He's
I had no idea.
yeah.
Wow! Holy crap!
He goes to a bar called Distill off Charleston. Please go say what's up to OJ. He's
I love
pretty
him.
Friendly.
He's an
Pretty
American
nice.
hero.
Yeah.
The juice.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to
Yeah.
stand up for the juice.
You can buy him drinks. He'll take them.
Oh, I am certain
Oh
of
my
that.
gosh.
I'm buying orange
Yeah.
juice and vodka.
He will steal your girl too, and I'm not. That's not even funny. He
No,
will.
If he's hung like Adam
Women flock
Woods,
to him.
what the hell you want that
Yeah.
to happen for?
Can you believe that?
Why don't party with Adam? Carries
There's
that
just too many of us to not get acquitted. So
carries that
That's
lasso
cool.
around with him.
fucking shit. Man.
These guys both drink and something goes on,
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody gets lost.
There's pictures being taken with
There you
cowboy
go.
hats and everything else.
I don't think they can
Cowboy
hear Joey.
hats.
Oh, you guys, just,
Hey, I'm not the Mexi Machos. Shout out to EWF, man. That was,
EWF.
yeah, man. Jesse Hernandez's place, man. That was cool. But anyway, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're digressing.
Before
We're getting off
OJ,
topic.
before
what
that.
happened? What happened?
The gnarliest MMA podcast I've
Yeah.
ever been.
Well, we're a
Hey,
little
I'm
off.
the- and the only
that
one.
distinction
And the
goes to
only one.
Rogan and his band of misfits.
I love them.
So there's
That
that.
is true.
I had a guest, or not a guest, but some viewers. So Tim Webster's out there.
Tim Webster,
Tim
shout
Webster,
out to you,
what's up, Tim?
homeboy.
Alan Searson. Platinum Work, really?
That's right.
Fucking them all.
That's right. Alan
They're
Searson.
here.
The
Amazing.
Searson
Let's bring him
family
in.
and the
Yeah.
Searson company.
Yeah, Aaron Morrill.
Aaron Murrow,
Yeah,
our
man.
homegirl.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got
dear.
Byron Niehaus.
Byron Nias. Isn't it Byronic?
Can we talk about
Don't you
who we think? I mean, I guess.
One of them sent a picture in.
We can
Let's have a
Nice.
picture.
Post it.
Okay. Yeah,
Tag
post
it.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
look at that.
Oh, broke
That
back.
is just
Broke
art.
back
I
mountain.
don't know how else to say it.
At least
Oh
you
my
didn't.
gosh, are you in the sequel? I heard it's in 3D. Are you
least-
doing that?
At least you didn't
can't
put
believe it.
Wetback Mountain.
Oh my god. The
I didn't
Ephesian. Yeah.
sent me this.
This is
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
That is beautiful.
So we're getting
That
fan
is what we're
mail.
posting.
I
That
think
is what we're
Joey
posting.
the Bull is over here.
Loki.
I thought he was playing with something, but he's playing with his phone.
What are you talking about? It's TMZ.
Broke
TMZ.
TMZ.
Oh, beautiful.
that's
Beautiful.
Sweethearts.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Look at that.
I'm all,
Hey,
I'm all,
you're in between.
I'm making
Holy
eye
shit.
contact.
I am all brows.
Hey, don't make eye
You
contact.
invited me.
I'm
You
all
invited
brows
me.
fucking
there.
stoned.
I'm like, what's
I'm
up,
Medusa,
bro?
fuck.
Yeah, Medusa.
Yeah, man.
Dude, you're
Shit.
stoned.
Yeah.
Who do you
That's-
guys think and is going to be who's got potential? I'm so curious with that. Like amateur MMA. And
Okay.
let's not play favorites because I've never seen this person fight. I've only seen highlights, but I really think stardom is due for Juliana Miller. Yeah, Killer Miller. She's got some marketability. She's got some talent. I think she's
Yeah.
gonna coming from a good gym.
Absolutely.
I also think the Raging Bull, Mr.
Daniel
Daniel. Oh
Alperone,
my
absolutely,
God, his
yeah.
footwork is just. So who are you excited for?
I'm excited to see Judo Kayla come up and
Okay.
do her thing. I don't
Where's
know if
she
you guys been
from?
watching her. She's an Olympic gold medalist in judo, and
Out of
she's in
Southern
PFL.
California?
No,
Oh,
she's in
okay.
PFL, Professional Fight League. Is that what it is, Robert? PFL.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, but Ronda was only a bronze. Imagine what a gold medalist can do and destroy.
Wow. Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
She's tough
She's
as
good?
nails. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's coming up. Yeah,
Oh.
you got to check her
All
out.
right, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like judo. I like jiu-jitsu. I like all that mix.
Is she
into
pro?
it. She's pro now.
Who at the amateur level do you think?
Well, that's funny. She just went pro, so that's what I was
like
thinking.
It, so
but
you were already
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
we're
that's
stepping up,
good.
but,
That's good.
Somebody that's crossed over that's exciting.
That's that has made the jump or
Either
okay.
or.
So in
Who's
terms
new and
of
exciting?
in terms of who's just recently made the jump, I'm gonna go with Team Quest's Trevor Wells.
Trevor Wells.
Who's had phenomenal fights.
Seriously,
That an epic.
dude.
Yeah, that guy is amazing.
He's good.
I mean, it cut from a different cloth.
And he's a draw.
Yeah, man, absolutely. He sells a shit ton of tickets.
Yeah, dude.
You're fighting for.
He fought
Cali
one of our
Cage World.
cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Didn't he win?
pretty cool.
Him and Tyler Bailey. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Trevor Wells. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
absolutely.
Oh, dude.
And
Wow.
Tyler Bailey was our in.
And totally
Holy
calm.
shit.
Yeah, Tyler Bailey.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Capitan.
Yeah, El Capitan.
Yeah.
Because that was my
Oh,
into these guys.
gosh.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
Isn't it amazing? Like the talent pool. So I really
Yeah.
feel like
It's huge.
all around the country, Southern California really
Yeah,
has something
absolutely.
special going on.
Yeah, so I mean, so Trevor Wells just went pro in fighting for Cali Cage
Yeah,
World.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, and almost love to see him in terms of what he would do at a CXF or a King of the Cage type show.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, I'm going to echo the sentiments with Juliana Miller and Daniel Arpahone. I'm going to also throw in. I'm also going to throw in Soichiro Sasaki, who fought on.
Soichiro's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look
out
out.
of CMMA, Chad
Yes.
George's gym.
Okay, okay.
He's,
Right,
he's
and-
like a Mighty Mouse type guy that's
What's he
just
fight at? What's his
incredible.
I mean,
$125 at
Wow.
most.
yeah, he's like maybe
he's got people talking.
5'2",
Yeah.
5'2", and
But he's beastly.
yeah, I mean he knocked.
He's
the
quick,
gentleman out.
dude. Yeah, and he's got knockout power,
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
not common at that level, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Those guys go the distance, and then you
Yeah.
hear what comes. This guy is a knockout power
Yeah,
5'2" guy.
Absolutely.
Wow. Oh, every now and then someone comes up. That's
Oh, yeah.
just, you know.
Those CMMA
And
guys,
they read,
you know?
they find the spot, and they just get
Right,
in,
and just
you're
kinda pick
like,
it.
"Whoa!"
Dominic Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
And, I mean, there's, you could go down to his teammate and compatriot David Acuna.
Sure.
You know, he's taking fights
Chase
left
Gibson.
and right.
Wow.
Yeah. Chase is pro.
Yeah,
Chase
he's
is
pro now. That's right.
But Chase and Cooper, fucking badasses, just studs. It's crazy to see the amount of talent that one family could have. Just crazy. It's like they're the Mannings of the MMA. Like, and their personal stories.
well
I mean,
put.
are kind of like it dwarfs anything that could come at them in the cage. So it's amazing to see, and just good dudes.
Yeah.
Hey, Spike the Alpha Ginger. He was exciting to watch. the
Oh
other
my
day.
gosh, Spike
Come
Carlisle.
on, Spike Carlisle. Shout out, homie. That is some good stuff.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out, Spike.
Yeah.
Yep. The Alpha Ginger, what a name! And he comes out with a rice patty hat. He's a character.
So he's got it going.
Yeah,
He's got a few
and
things working for him,
and
huh?
he's a ginger. So it's
Love it.
hilarious.
Love it.
This guy.
And that guy, of course, yes, my homeboy,
No.
Noah Christie. He is someone to be watched.
Yeah.
He doesn't just wear Gucci. He is Gucci.
He is Gucci.
He's
Wow.
hoochie
Ooh, that's a
coochie.
big compliment.
No,
dude.
he's coming out.
God,
He's
that's-
coming out of
if
Todd
I was
Medina's
fighting
camp.
and someone called me Gucci, I'd be like, that's cool.
No, that kid. He's
I'm
not even a kid. That
even sure I
dude.
can spell Gucci, but yeah.
He's got fire. He's got fire. No
Yeah.
two
Oh,
ways
yeah.
about it. I got to get him on the show, and if he won't come on the show, I got to get over to his
Yeah,
house.
come on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gosh, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
um,
having a freaking blast. I don't know
What I
about
like
you guys.
about Noah Christie is he speaks his mind. You put him on camera, you're gonna get. A
Oh,
show.
yeah?
He's one of
There
those
you go.
guys. So
That's what
yeah,
we need.
he's hardcore.
Yeah, and
That
then
charisma.
obviously a
Yeah,
gentleman
he
that
definitely has it.
We saw compete Saturday Spark Star event. More Gutierrez.
Oh, dude.
Mauro Gutierrez.
That fight.
Yeah,
Ooh, that
holy
fight.
shit. Now here's the
Ooh.
thing.
Nobody has
They
ever
were
touched him in such a
smacking each
way.
other, right?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Nobody's got to him that way.
Was
and
his
still
nose
won.
broken? I gotta
It looked
ask.
broken,
It
dude.
looked broken
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And he'll
And
be
he
on
started
the show
breathing
next week.
Mauro
Okay,
Gutierrez
cool.
is a
Yeah,
homie.
absolutely. So
I'm
definitely-
so glad you got
That's
it.
That's
Yeah.
a talented athlete
Yeah,
right there.
but,
Wow.
I
He's
mean-
down there in San Clemente,
yeah,
man.
yeah. He's got the tattoo.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first time I saw Moro was at Roy Engelbright's Coliseum Gladiator
Okay,
show at
okay.
the LA Coliseum, and he won a belt that night.
Oh, wow.
You know, a Coliseum Gladiator.
He's a
belt.
machine, dude.
Yeah.
He's
and-
smart,
right?
Yeah, he's got that fighter intelligence.
So I'm going to leave my source nameless, but there is a certain camo inspector that came up to me and anonymously, and we're like,
You got
"Holy
inspected.
shit! Did you see his hands?"
He's accurate. He's
yeah,
fast.
I mean precision,
Laser.
like laser,
Laser,
focus,
laser.
And you know, it's really unfair to go like, oh wait, you know, these people are coming out and whatever. Because honestly, if there is a camo, like go to camo.
Yeah.
Right? Go to the camo
For
website
sure,
and
for sure.
literally go on to any one of the fights from here to Fresno, even north of Fresno.
Yeah.
559 has got some great fights. Knockout Promotions has some great fights. Epic down in San Diego has got some great fights.
Yeah.
MMA
Yeah.
of Inc. has some great fights coming up. So, I mean, you go down the gamut and you're going to find literally the superstars of tomorrow today. Because if you look at camel cards of 2 years ago, you'll see guys that shone brightly
Growing
in Combate
them.
America.
They're
in
growing
Glory,
them.
In every promotion under the sun have fought here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, I mean, Southern California as a region, California as a whole for combat sports is,
It's good.
I mean, it's a penchant for success. You can literally stumble into a elite gym,
Yeah.
just kind of, oh, I want
Yeah.
to take a free class. I mean, our friend Donna Gonzalez, that's how she got in with
Donna
Planet.
Gonzalez is one of my favorite people in the world. Shout
Yeah,
out
she
to
is.
10th Planet
Yeah.
headquarters and their team mom, Donna Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Nice,
absolutely. But, I
nice.
mean, it's one of those deals where
Ooh, 10th Planet Van Nuys has
Right?
got grapplers that are so
So,
good
yeah.
and so humble.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
under Coach Alder. Yeah, absolutely.
Just chilling. Like, dude, these
Yeah.
guys are beasts.
Hey, and with the top names like Connor now retiring, there's just more room to move up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But again,
And Justin Bieber retiring, even more room to move up.
He retired?
what the fuck
That's
is
what
a
they
Bieber?
say.
Zabib?
What
That's what
in-
they say.
No,
Apparently-
he's a Canadian rarity. It's like a Bigfoot up there. Yeah, he's
I
very
was going to
special.
say like
Oh,
I
Gronkowski,
was
he
gonna
retired,
say-
came back, retired again, came back. Can't make
I
his
don't know,
mind
I thought
up.
It was like the Cheech and Chong Mexican American whatever. Because Bieber sounds.
What's
it.
a Bieber?
What's a Bieber? Is that the thing that you get when you open up your Easter basket and you're like, oh shit? That's a Bieber.
He got to marry a Baldwin, and that wasn't too bad.
I don't know.
You know,
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, dude.
And right next to my peeps, there's a Bieber. I don't know. Fuck.
you got a if
Good
you
for
got a
you.
beaver, you got
sound
problems.
Like you have a very fun Easter.
Dude,
I'm coming to your pad.
Apparently, because fuck. Oh shit. Stella Artois. Shout out to Stella Artois because
Stella.
apparently, if you
Is that a
drink
person or the beer?
No, the beer. Apparently, if you
Thought it was a
drink
stripper.
beer-
I'm Stella Artois, and Adam's like, yeah.
No, honey. I have no idea who the.
Well,
fuck
I don't
that
know who
person
Stella Artois is.
No, hell no. But apparently, if you drink one of the beers,
He was sincere right now. Like you really talked to your wife.
He
right
loves his wife.
That was a moment.
But, yeah, she's watching. Is she watching?
He-
Oh fucking shit!
Yeah.
My wife watches the show.
She knows better than to watch this show.
Anyway, but yeah, apparently you donate a month's worth of water if you drink one fucking Stella Artois beer. So last night
That's why that
at
beer's
Casa de la
$13 a
Woods,
pint, yeah.
I was fucking saving the fucking world, eh?
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
Good for
yeah,
you.
fucking.
Shout out to Stella.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Stella, you're doing great stuff.
Yeah, apparently saving
Come to
water
Adam's
wells and-
house. He loves you. He'll put you in his mouth.
Whoa, in his mouth.
Not the long neck. I mean, fuck. God damn.
He can.
Oh, shit.
Adam can bite off the
Stella.
cap.
Broke back Stella.
That's quite a.
Stella. There you go. Oh, that's
I
a
think
great
we look
picture.
more like
That's
Miami
my
Vice.
most photogenic.
I know.
That's my most photogenic,
I know.
folks.
It's
Oh, God. Damn, I look good.
Thank you, Robert.
I look good.
yeah.
Face in the
I look good.
hole.
You're doing it for the water. Yeah.
Yeah, all the water.
Joey the Bull.
Apparently there's-
I can't wait to post one of you and John Della O. Because it's coming.
Or Danny Limelight and John Della O.
that's right.
Apparently that shit made the TMZ last week. So, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking
Is
shit.
Tyron Woodley coming back, or
Yeah.
is he becoming a rapper and working for TMZ? What's
Oh,
Wow,
shit.
right?
That was,
How
that
does
was
he?
12 bars, at least as close to it as I
What
can.
does he
Fucking
do,
man.
right? Tyrone Woodley, man. Come on.
Jeez.
Who?
Tyrone Woodley.
Tyrone Woodley. His mom was a badass, apparently.
Oh,
according
she's
to
amazing, yeah.
according to Kamaru
Kamara.
Usman, who
Yeah.
fucking like I don't know, felt his mom up. I don't know. Like
They
gave,
had a beautiful
they
moment.
had a
That's-
warm embrace.
They did.
Yeah. So shout
like
out
it.
to
Just kind. They knew
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
They've been to the similar fights. They grew up in similar backgrounds. So
Yeah.
She's very supportive.
yeah.
That guy, Kamara.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
Tyrone Woodley is a fucking bad motherfucker.
That entire fight, I was just in shock.
Yeah.
He
That's
just
a fact.
takedown after takedown.
That's a
after
fact,
takedown
yeah.
after
Which
Took down a superhero,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not
that's
just
a really cool thing that I wanted to ask both of you. So, in terms of shocking moments, right? What is your guys' respective most shocking moment in the sport of MMA?
Oh, wow. Oh, I think I got two off the top of my head.
one that I love. I'll start. Anderson Silva, the front kick.
To Vitor?
Yeah, to Vitor
Ooh,
Belfort.
it was
Because
quick.
I love Vitor, and he just walked in and boop.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
And
the
that's
hell?
that's TRT Vitor.
Yeah.
So that was like the best Vitor.
Whoa,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that
he
was-
was like
he was
Blanca
ready.
on
Yeah,
Street Fighter.
he was
You know what I
ready.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Two for me. The first BJ Penn Matt Hughes fight was shocking. I didn't at the time. I had no clue who BJ Penn was. I
Yeah.
knew who Matt Hughes was. Then I saw this fight and was like, "This is insane! Like, who is this person?" And then he's licking blood, and
Right.
the whole fight was insane. And then the other one
What did they
that
feed him in
shocked me,
Hawaii?
I jumped out of my chair, was Rashad Evans knocking out Chuck. I did
Wow.
not see that coming.
Yeah, that
I
hurt my feelings.
I personally thought Chuck was going to win.
That
I had
hurt.
it was a big party at our house. We're living in Corona at the time, and everyone is Chuck Liddell fans. And I couldn't believe the hand speed. Just whoop,
Yeah.
and Chuck went down, and I was like, "What just happened?"
That was
Like, it
his
was
moment.
like seeing your hero
Yeah.
and all of your friends' hero and all of
Yeah.
your friends' hero get knocked out. We
Knocked
were
the
like,
fuck
That was
out.
Sugar
for me,
Rashad's moment.
Shock.
Yeah.
Shock.
Yeah,
And he
man.
earned it. He
whole
deserved
world.
it. Yeah. Dana White was like, "Oh no,
Oh,
what,
yeah.
what just happened to my friend?"
I know.
But you know the crazy thing about it, if you had seen Rashad on his season of Ultimate Fighter,
I did.
I mean, to quote Diaz, brother, I wasn't surprised, motherfucker.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess,
I mean,
dude, I guess.
yeah.
I just didn't. I didn't connect the dots.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't think
Um,
anybody did.
yeah.
For me, it had to be Connor's knocking out of Aldo because
Wow.
and
Yeah.
That was
and,
quick.
I mean, when you
And Aldo was
think
so
about-
untouchable though.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who was undefeated for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his division wasn't even in the UFC. He carried that over from WEC,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So undefeated in WEC. Two organizations that had premier talent, right? Premier talent.
Yeah.
Nobody does it. Conor McGregor is the one. And where I was actually at the 35er in Pasadena, in Old Town Pasadena, and like literally minutes before, oh shit, that's Jamie Yeager. Like, and he had cut his hair and everything, Ultimate Fighter alum, UFC alum. And I was like, oh shit, it's Yeager. And I go to my wife and my buddy. I was like, that's Jamie Yeager. And she's like, no, that's not. He doesn't have the hair. And I was like, no, that's fucking him. Look at the nose. Like, whatever. Right?
You're good
Battle
with noses.
tested, right?
Yep.
And Yeager was like, taking bets. It was like all day as, you know, Bruce Buffer is doing his fucking thing
Wow.
and whatever. And taking bets, right? And the way that they had it, it was underground. At the 35er, and there's chairs, about like 8 different screens or whatever, right in front, and Yeager's like all day with like a fucking wad of money in his hand, right, and literally from his head to his shoulder, I literally see Aldo's head go.
Yep.
I saw that fucking punch, and Aldo's head go like,
It was slow mo.
and everybody, it was shock.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Shocked.
Yeah,
man.
and I guess the second one would be the Holly Ronda, and I was at the same place.
With that kick,
Yeah, fucking shit.
there's a baseball bat.
I didn't think Ronda was gonna get knocked out, but I thought Ronda was gonna finally lose. And
Yeah.
dude, everyone was talking shit to me, and
And she
I
was buckled.
called Amanda Nunez Cyborg, and I was the only one
I didn't think
at
that.
that house. I will stand by it. Everyone's
I
talking
didn't
shit
see
to
that.
me. Everyone's running their mouth to me.
I did not
and I
see
said,
it.
Amanda Nunes is really good and really accurate. I think she's going to win this fight.
Yeah.
And
She
I was
schooled
like,
her.
I think she's going to win the second round.
Yeah.
The only reason was because Kat Zingano was like, she hits too hard.
Too hard, yeah.
And I said, really?
And Kat's
She hits
tough as
that
nails,
hard?
yeah.
Like, Kat said, no one's
Kat
ever hit
spars
her
with guys.
harder. Not a guy, not a coach, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever hit her harder than Amanda Nunes. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take that fight. And everyone was talking shit to me. And no one cared when she won. Everyone just was like, oh, this is bullshit. Cyborg should have won. I was like, what? At least that was like my circle of friends. I was like, what
How can
fuck?
Cyborg
Like,
should have won in
you guys
that
aren't going to give me
situation?
props? Like, no one saw that
That's
coming.
wrong. That's wrong.
Assholes.
Robert saw Ronda
I'm still
losing
bitter
for a
about
long
that,
time.
Laverne.
Ooh,
God.
jeez.
Jeez, dude. I deserve
Hey,
it. Well,
I've
I
got
mean,
two real quick. Henry Corrales, Aaron Pico. Out of nowhere.
Oh my God, I was
Come
there.
on.
I was there.
You
It
were
was
there?
fucking-
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Ah.
I was like sitting right next to fucking Curtis Melinda, and I was like,
And then
Oh,
another
shit, did that
South Bay
happen?
favorite, Pedro Munoz and Cody Garbrandt.
yeah.
Oh my God, out of
Shout
nowhere.
out to Pedro, man.
That's crazy.
He might have his line to the title a little bit more clear, but also, I mean, he got a Nevada State Athletic Commission fucking fine, so it's weird.
Oh.
It's fucking weird.
I know.
But to hear
Yeah.
more about everything that we're doing, anything that you're doing, where can people find you on social media?
MMA Events Inc., Instagram, Facebook. We love everyone. If you're a fighter and you want sponsors, you want to fight for your card, we don't take commission. We don't take from you. Whatever you guys need, just come to us. We're happy to help. That's the truth. And shout out to our sponsors, Ceriso in Pasadena. Shout out to Jack. He owns Ceriso and a few of the restaurants in Pasadena. And Rock LA. Rock LA is an outpatient surgery center in downtown Los Angeles, and they do amazing work.
I need to go there.
Dude, please.
I need work.
No joke. Come
I
on
need
out.
work.
They love the sport. And they're helping a lot of amateur fighters
love
just
it.
out of the kindness of their heart. And they literally are like the surgery center of the future. So it's really cool, man. We're just lucky. Like, so thank you. And thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's our pleasure,
We love
Alan.
the sport. So that's
Yeah,
it, man.
Fuck yeah. For Dondo, this is According to Woods.
That's right.
With another fucking tremendous week of the Gym Crashers. Tune in next week if we haven't been thrown off the air yet.
Yeah, probably.
We're out.